What's up, everyone? I'm Jay, and today we'll be looking at Dr. Seuss's The Lorax and judging it on a 5-star, 10-star, and 5,000 point scale. Let's get right into it. Dr. Seuss's The Lorax is a fantasy comedy musical that was released in 2012 by Illumination Entertainment. It is based on The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. This story follows a boy named Ted who lives in the entirely fake town of Thneedville. He learns that Audrey, a girl he likes, really wants a real tree and visits the Onceler to try and get one. The Onceler tells Ted the story of what happened to the truffula trees and then gives Ted the last truffula seed. Then Ted goes to plant the tree with his family members and Audrey. There are also some minor complications along the way. If you didn't get The Lorax read to you as a child, then I'm sorry that you missed out, but we're not reviewing a book today. It may be a bit of nostalgia, but I think this movie is pretty good. It's funny and the songs in it are catchy. The entire story starts because of a crush, but the story doesn't make it a bigger deal than it actually is. The characters' motivations change and grow with the story. And this is a great movie for everyone because it's entertaining and has an important message about environmentalism. I give 700 points for watch value. There is so much going on in this movie, and when there's a lot going on in a movie, it's impossible to see it all the first time, which is why you rewatch it. I think that the story is just as good the second time as the first, but even if you don't, then you can still look for little Easter eggs in the background, or just admire all the character designs. Like how this guy sips air. Dr. Seuss logic, am I right? I give 700 points for rewatch value. The Lorax book is about 70 pages long, and there's only about one paragraph per page. It takes no more than 10 minutes to read, and somehow the writers transformed this into a 1.5-hour movie. How did they do this? Well, there are a variety of techniques used. First of all, the songs. Songs take up time with repeating choruses and all, and these songs are great because they consistently share the message of what's happening and allow for time skips that wouldn't make much sense otherwise. Most of them are also written by John Powell, and he's just great. Second, they flesh out the world of the story. The Lorax book starts with at the far end of town, so the movie spends some time exploring the town, and the town is marvelous. It's so fake and satirically presented that I would believe someone would actually build it. And finally, they add a plot. There's got to be some reason that someone would want trees back. Romance, fresh air, nostalgia, all of the above. The best part about all this is that none of it feels forced. I can totally imagine that this is the natural extension of the world introduced by Dr. Seuss. And when combined with his art style, it creates a full and vibrant world that holds a lot of complexity if you look beyond the logic-defying buildings. I give 1,000 points for writing and plot. This movie features a lovely cast of celebrity voices, including but not limited to Zac Efron, Taylor Swift, and Danny DeVito. Their voices sound right at home in these characters, and there's a lot of surprisingly good singing too. I give 600 points for acting and voice. Lots of fantasy dystopias like to drown the world in misery, but this technical dystopia takes a unique approach that allows for a lot of creativity. The scenery in this movie is a huge part of that. There are interesting vehicles everywhere, and I imagine that a lot of time went into designing and drawing all the fake trees that populate Thneedville. But it's not all crazy curves and fake plants, because the environment totally changes when Ted leaves Thneedville. It's replaced by the dark, depressing devastation that the Onceler caused. And the scenery changes even further during the Onceler's flashbacks to look lush and vibrant.
This is the most beautiful place, okay, I have ever seen.
All of these art styles are so distinct, but still look like they're part of the same world. I give 900 points for effects and set. Now for the scores. We've got 3.9 out of 5, 7.8 out of 10, and 3,900 points. This story is so much part of my and a lot of other people's childhoods, and I think it's great that they were able to make a compelling movie around it. I love all of the scenes where the humming fish are singing, but especially this one. Also, I really like this suit. I'm not really into dressing up. Usually a t-shirt and shorts is fine for me, but I would definitely wear that. Until next time, enjoy entertainment and judge it fairly. This has been Just Jay Review.